I want you to know that a broke man can still be deeply loved. But you know what many women struggle to stay with? It's a man who is emotionally weak. And before some of you get angry, I want you to listen carefully to understand what I actually mean. An emotionally weak doesn't mean a man who cries. All right? It doesn't mean a man who is struggling. It doesn't mean a man who doesn't have life figured out yet. An emotionally weak man is a man who cannot control himself. A man who shuts down during problems, who blames everybody else, who cannot communicate. A man who turns every disagreement into anger, into manipulation, into pride, into silence. That is what pushes many women away. Because let me tell you something most people won't admit. A lot of men have stayed with broke men and helped them build their lives. All right? They stayed when he had nothing. They stayed when things were hard. They stayed when life was uncomfortable. But what drains a woman emotionally is constantly feeling unsafe around a man's emotions. So some men think being strong means acting cold, never apologizing, never opening up, never listening. But real strength is emotional control. Can you stay calm when life gets difficult? Can you communicate without disrespect? Can you handle correction without exploding? Can you lead without intimidation? Because many relationships are not dying because of lack of money. They are dying because of pride, because of immaturity, because of poor communication, anger issues, and emotional inconsistency. And this goes both ways too, not just for men, but for women. Nobody wants to constantly walk on eggshells around somebody they love. Now, let's be honest. A woman can support a man who is building. What becomes exhausting is supporting a man who refuses to grow emotionally, a man who cannot take responsibility, a man who disappears emotionally every time there is pressure, a man who makes a woman feel alone in the relationship. That kind of emotional weight becomes heavier than, financial struggle, because money problems can be temporary, right? But emotional instability, that can destroy a person slowly. And some men don't realize this. They think, if I make more money, she will stay. No. Money can attract people, quite all right. But emotional security is what makes healthy people stay. Emotional security is what makes healthy people stay. The way you handle pressure matters. The way you speak during conflict matters. The way you make someone feel emotionally. All of this matters. You can be ambitious, you can be hardworking and still lose a good woman because emotionally she feels disconnected from you. And ladies, this is important to stop glorifying emotionally unavailable men just because they look confident. Stop people. Some people look strong on the outside, but emotionally they are draining everybody around them. A healthy relationship is not just about chemistry, it's about emotional safety. Can both people express themselves without fear? Can they disagree without destroying each other? Can they grow together without constant chaos? Because love is not just, I am paying bills. Love is, I care how you feel too. And one of the most attractive things about a person, man or woman, is emotional maturity. The ability to communicate, to stay grounded under pressure. The ability to be honest, to listen, to grow. That is rare today. And that is why some people keep losing relationships they thought money alone could save. Because at the end of the day, people don't only remember how you provided financially. They remember how you made them feel emotionally. I hope this sinks.